But the Jim Harbaugh news has broke. Michigan self-imposed a 3-game suspension for Jim Harbaugh, and it's the story that just will not go away. And we know why. Like, certainly we know why. But the story from ESPN.com, they self-imposed a 3-game suspension for football coach Jim Harbaugh to begin the 2023 season that stems from the alleged violations during the COVID dead period, the university announced on Monday. The statement from Michigan, while the ongoing NCAA matter continues to go through NCAA process, today's announcement is our way of addressing mistakes that our department has agreed to in an attempt to further that process. Athletic Director Ward Manuel said in a statement, "We will continue to support Coach Harbaugh, his staff, our outstanding student athletes per the NCAA guidelines, and cannot comment further until the matter is resolved." And that's benign talk. Like, that's the way it is. But then Jim Harbaugh chimed in as well. His statement was, "I will continue to do what I always do and what I always tell our players and my kids at home. Don't get bitter, get better." That was his statement on the suspension, which was just wild to see, Lindsay. That's wild, bro.
Is the honeymoon over?
No.
You don't think so?
He can do whatever he wants.
Well, we know he's gonna do whatever he wants. But I'm just saying, speaking in general with the AD there, because at one time it was love everywhere. It was hearts and kisses back and forth. And remember when there were rumblings about him going back to NFL, right?
Mm-hmm. Every year.
Yeah. So when the time came to make a statement, the athletic director didn't make the statement. It was the president.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So is that like kind of the honeymoon is a little over with the GM, the athletic director and him? I mean, I don't know. I'm just speculating.
No, because they're winning for the most part.
Well, yeah, definitely.
They're Michigan winning,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, they get to the playoff and everything's cool. They win the Big Ten and everything's cool.
I think he'll go back to the NFL.
I'm starting to think that more and more as well. I didn't think so. I thought he was going to be like Michigan for life because it's easy here. Like it is for Jim Harbaugh, it's easy.
But I think he likes that NFL. He just seems like an NFL coach to me. I don't think he likes the limitations that.
Now that we agree on 100%, and that's what this is all rooted in.
Yes.
This is what, and Lindsay, you and I have had this discussion before, and we know it. This is rooted in what college athletics is all about.
Right.
Ego.
Yep.
Coaches' egos, administrators' egos, NCAA egos.
Right.
That's all this stuff is.
Right.
Now, for me, real quick, Smokin says, "Neil, it's my birthday too. Neil, usually don't like my comments, but a happy birthday from you would be awesome." Smokin, hey, happy birthday. And I appreciate your comments, even if I do not like them. That is fine. That's how this stuff works, man. So I'm cool with it. Appreciate you tapping in to the network. That's all this stuff is. Now, for me, the only thing I don't like about it, and make no mistake, Lindsay, when did Michigan turn that corner? And I'm taking my victory laps on this shit too, because I called this. I said, if you want to swim in those waters, then you got to swim in those waters.
Yeah. And
you got to not give a shit about a recruiting violation or stuff like that. Allegedly, I haven't confirmed this, but J.J. McCarthy's one of the student athletes they were recruiting during this COVID dead period. Was it worth it?
Yes.
You're a State fan. Was it worth it for them?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it was. And I would do it again. And I would be suspended 3 games, 4 games. When it doesn't matter, I don't care, Lindsay. If I'm Jim Harbaugh, though, I'm not saying don't get bitter, get better. I would just say, okay. And we move on.
Well, the fact of the matter is, every one of the colleges you see in the top 10 have recruiting violations. It's just a matter if they get caught or not.
No question.
So it's not a big deal to me. That's not a big deal.
No, absolutely. It's no question. I mean, it is. Look, selfishly, does it help our business, Spenny?
Yes,
it does. Does it help the rivalries and stuff like that?
Yes,
Yep.
It does. And especially this new show we got coming out of Woodward Sports called Woodward Rivals. Woodward Sports resident Sparty, myself, and Walmart Wolverine Flannel Sam go head-to-head in Woodward Sports' latest show, Woodward Rivals. You won't want to miss Flannel Sam breaking down why this may be the year for U of M or myself body slamming every Flannel Sam stat that comes my way to defend Sparty's honor. Tune into Woodward Sports YouTube channel for the premiere on Friday, September 1st from 10 to 11 p.m. weekly. Don't miss the most anticipated Michigan versus Michigan State show in Detroit has to offer Woodward Rivals.
Looking forward to that. There'll be some good content pumping out of that.
good.
But we are talking Jim Harbaugh here right now. And my reaction isn't what you guys think it was going to be. My reaction is Jim Harbaugh should just leave it be and just say, okay, and do the suspension and roll out and say, look, none of this changes what my goal is here. I was told they have a Georgia clock, right? They have a Georgia clock now that's replaced the Ohio State clock. So you're telling me, like, that's all that matters. So that would be my statement. I would say, hey, the ruling is what it is. Nothing changes my focus of beating Georgia and winning a national title.
Yeah, but that's Jim Harbaugh. He's not going to leave it be like that. It's too simple. That makes too much sense. He likes the controversy.
Yes.
And we like it too. We like when he...
Oh, 100%. It's fun. Yeah, it is fun. I'll give him that
We
for
like
sure.
it.
And look, you can say whatever you want about me and how I perceive Michigan and what I say about Michigan. But remember, at the roots, I'm with you on Michigan. The thing is, I just expect more out of Michigan than you people do. Like that's at the core, that's what it is. Jim Harbaugh is a great football coach. Great football coach.
Yes.
My problem has always been institutionally with Michigan, i.e. administration, athletic directors, just a vibe around the program where they don't pack the gear to be a national champion. From the ancillary community view, all of it. And you know what I say when I mean community view, i.e. if there's a bar fight in Tuscaloosa, certain kids get taken somewhere else, right?
Absolutely.
When the police pull up, they have police cars for the people in the fight, and then they have the police cars for the other players that were in the fight.
Right. Well,
Those kids get taken to Saban's house or wherever they get taken to, and that officer's sitting at the 40-yard line on Saturday. It's the way it works. Lindsay, it's the real world. You've been there.
Yeah, I mean, we clearly saw an example of that this year with Alabama's basketball team, where a guy was a part of an unfortunate situation, but he continued to play the rest of the season. You know,
Because it's about winning, man.
that's the bottom line.
People are playing for money. Kids are playing for money. Coaches are playing for money.
Yeah.
Colleges, athletic departments exist for money. Like, that's the way that it works. So that's all I'm looking for from Michigan. Like, drop this charade, dude. Drop this charade about everything. And you stand up there on that microphone and you say, yeah, our coach has suspended 3 games. By the way, now you wouldn't say this part publicly, but this would be implied. By the way, this quarterback that we, quote unquote, allegedly illegally recruited, you like watching him play, don't you? Yes, you do. You like winning games, don't you? Yes, you do. We'll see you in the college football playoff. Like, that's it. That have that attitude towards it.
Well, Michigan will never.
Why?
Because they want to be perceived as doing everything.
What does it matter?
It doesn't matter, but to them it does.
Why?
Because it's Michigan. Prestige.
What does it matter?
It doesn't matter to me, but that's the think about it.
BMG, you're hold on, Lindsay. BMG, you're a Michigan slappy, right?
Not to the level of
Flannel.
some people. I'm not saying any names.
You can call
but I
names.
do like
Okay.
Michigan. I root for Michigan football. Yes.
Okay. What do you think about my comments? Is that what you want to see?
See?
I don't like what he said about it. If he could just kind of owned up to it more and just be like, yeah, it is what it is. Let's get these 3 games over with. I don't like what Jim Harbaugh said. I was saying the bitter comments, but just own up to it and move on. That's my thoughts on it. The first 3 games don't matter anyways. You're gonna win.
Right. That's my thing. Like, use this to your advantage. You already set this schedule up. You're in the college football play. It would be a disaster. It would have to take a disaster.
I could be coaching for Michigan. Those first 3 games we're winning.
You could coach Michigan into November, and you're still going to be in the college
I'm a hell
football
of a
playoff.
coach, Neil. But yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't understand why it's not that way, man. I don't understand why they don't do it. Real quick before we cut to the break, Answer 14 says Jim will be treated like the Hamburglar for this heinous, egregious violation of NCAA policy. Answer 14, look, I know that's been the buzz line, like the tagline about the hamburger and stuff like that. That has been proven, like, that has nothing to do with any of this. This is about illegal recruiting. That's what it's about. That's what was sent out by the NCAA. The NCAA referenced that this is what the deal was. But guess what, Answer 14? It was worth it, so own it. So own it. And say, so what? What are you going to do to us? Suspend the coach for 4 games? Cool. We play Bowling Green, man.